Hey, how's it going, everyone? There's been a lot of talk that I've seen in a lot of different videos. It seems like there's a good bit of EC Comics fans out there, and based on a couple discussions I had with a few other people, I decided to go ahead and post some of my EC books. And in my opinion, the importance of EC Comics cannot be understated. I love these books. At the time, I think they were heads and shoulders above pretty much everything else that was coming out, with few exceptions. They had the best stable of artists, the best stories, the best titles, and they were pushing the envelope for the time. They really were, and it resulted in a Senate hearing, really, and the establishment of the Comics Code Authority. But as I said before, I became interested in EC because as a kid I got to look at my uncle's EC collection, and that just kind of gives him a almost a mythical status in a kid's head as he's growing up. So as I got older, I wanted to get some of these books myself. So I'm going to start with my Two-Fisted Tales. This is Two-Fisted Tales number 18. But this is actually the first issue of Two-Fisted Tales. Before this, it was Haunt of Fear for a few issues, and before that was Gunfighter. Back then, they just change an existing title rather than start a new one over at number one. They'd never do that nowadays. They start titles back over at number one all the time to get new sales. But this is the first issue of Two-Fisted Tales number 18. Harvey Kurtzman of Mad Magazine fame did most of these early covers. Sorry, I'm going to scoot up a bit, I apologize. But he did most of these early covers, and this book is probably about a 4 or a 5. It's got a crease up in the top right corner, 2 creases down the bottom right corner, and actually a chip of the bottom corner missing, so it's probably like a 4. And again, it has the dating in pencil. Like I said, that's how they cataloged these books back then, so they knew how to rotate them, because apparently shop owners didn't see right on the flipping cover November, December, and an issue number, so you really would know what's old and new. But back then, there was no secondary market, and they wanted the new stuff out, so a lot of them would date it. Like I said, some historians consider it part of the history and provenance of the book, and some people will say it's defacing it and affecting the value. Although I've seen EC file copies of William Gaines with his notes in them, that he wrote in the book, and they didn't consider that defacing the book. They gave it a high grade. So I guess it all depends on who you're talking to and what you're talking about. But that's my first issue. Not the best copy, and near mint I think goes for like $1,600 or more. In that shape, you're looking at probably closer to $350, $400. This is the second issue, another Harvey Kurtzman war cover, and you can see they're still advertised as He-Man Adventure. It's a war cover. I'm also trying this with different lighting, so hopefully you get less glare. If it's too dark, I'll refilm it. But issue number 22 is a missing issue 20 and 21. I have a pretty good run of this book. I think I'm missing like 4 or 5 issues in the 2 annuals, and the annuals are not cheap. But this is 22. It's another Kurtzman cover. This is 23, and a pretty cool Kurtzman cover. I think that pilot's done. He's finished. But yeah, most of these are in good shape except for 18. Figures, right? Here's issue number 24. And as you can see, I forgot the last issue. They switched in the border from He-Man Adventures to Warren Fighting Men. So now we're with another Kurtzman cover for 24 here. Has a more cartoony style, that's why I did Mad. But these are all pretty sharp. The colors on this one are nice. This is number 25, still pretty bright. It's got a problem around the bottom staple, a really sharp copy. Otherwise, excuse me. I do not think Jonesy cares too much. This is another Kurtzman cover. I really like the layout of this cover and the composition. This was ripped a couple times. I think, I'm trying to jog my memory, I feel like Frank Miller did a rip of this cover. And also, I think one of the Whiteout books possibly kind of paid a homage to this cover. But this is a pretty awesome cover to number 26. And I just like the design of it. Number 27. Again, these copies are pretty good. Yeah, all these are Kurtzman covers. Every last one of those. So. Okay, bear with me. I'm going to set up a few books here. Yeah, now we're starting to get into where you'll see some other cover artists stepping into Two-Fisted Tales here. Oh, good Lord. Oh, I gotta be more careful putting these up. Sorry about the delay. My dog Oscar is being nosy. Say hi, Oscar. What's up, buddy? He's an old man. He's almost 11. He's a great dog. Boxers are awesome dogs. Never met a mean one. They look mean and they will protect your family, but they're good with kids. Good dogs. But I guess I can fit one more up here. Possibly two. Okay, we'll go for that. Okay, this is Two-Fisted Tales, number 28. I believe it's still Harvey Kurtzman. Number 29. These copies are all pretty decent. That one's got some spine rolling and a crease at the top, but and a problem in the bottom corner. But a lot of these, I say, are 7s and 8s. Another nice cover. They're all pretty bright colors. This is my favorite Two-Fisted Tales cover, done by the incomparable Jack Davis. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Shots from the hill, douse that light. And he's getting doused. But this particular cover here to number 30 was voted by the readers of Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide in a poll, I think it was last year or the year before, as the greatest war comic book cover of all time. And it's definitely up there. It should be. Jack Davis is the man, and that's just beautiful. And he was versatile. He could draw horror, he could draw war, and he could draw the funny stuff in Mad. He was a great artist. So, and this book is, I think goes for about $400 in near mint. This book's pretty darn sharp. It's got a problem with the staple, top staple. But I'd give this book, honestly, about 7.5 or an 8. Pretty sharp. I guess I'd have to look through and check the pages, but yeah, because actually it does look like there's one page that's flaked out there at the bottom. So there might be some internal damage. You never know. And you should always, when buying an expensive book, you should always ask them to take it out and look at the back cover, especially, and the pages. But anywho, this is number 31. It's got some damage up on the logo. It's a Civil War issue. Still Kurtzman. Now this is 32. I don't know who did this cover. There's no humans on it, so it's hard to identify a style. This one has some damage right there. This one's kind of roughed up. But a really cool cover. If I can get some focus here. Here we have 33, and I guess the guy who had these wrote on them a little bit, but what are you going to do? It's a shame, too, because it's an awesome cover to issue number 33, and this is a Wally Wood issue, so it's a darn shame, but that's a pretty cool cover. Here we have another Civil War issue. I'm apparently missing number 34 as well. Not sure who this is. It's John Severn. I don't know, it has a big crease at the bottom. Doesn't look like Severn. I'll have to look that up. But throw the rest of these up here. Oh my god. Thank God another box was there. That could have been bad. It landed on the side of the fullback. That's why you pay extra for those fullbacks and Mylars. Not even a dent on the Mylar because of my stupid ass. But yeah, they will protect your books. They don't need to be replaced as often. I don't put all my books in Mylars, but I put a lot of them. Even books that may not be that valuable, I stick in Mylars a lot. Especially if I had an unread copy or a near mint copy, I'll put in a Mylar. And they can be expensive, so. But especially if you have some valuable or rare or high grade. Good God, I'm knocking anything over. I wasn't drinking, I promise. But especially if you have some books like that, you want to put them in Mylar. They keep your books from degrading, and they don't break down like the plastic poly bags. But here's some more. Issue number 36. And this is when they're now just to adventure. No more war books. It just says adventure. And this is the first issue of the new Two-Fisted Tales. I don't know if that's a John Severn cover or who it is. Again, I'll probably have to look that up. But you know, this is their first cowboy issue. And this is another Severn cover here. It's at number 37, and that's a pretty nice copy. The white's still darn white on that. Not really, actually. There's some wear on that spine by that bottom staple, but it's still pretty nice. Cowboys and Indians, kiddies in the 50s probably love that stuff. Ate it up. Here's issue number 38. Another Severn cover. This has got a bad bottom left corner. That book's not in the best shape. And again, this one has some discoloration on the weight. And other than that, it's not too bad. Has a little issue by the bottom staple. But another John Severn cover. He was doing some of these. And I really love these last two covers, and these are the last two issues of Two-Fisted Tales that they printed. This is number 40, and they were just trying all different genres at this point, excuse me. And this is a George Evans awesome aviation cover. Love that action. That just screams golden age, you know. And here's another great one. This is the final issue, issue number 41. And this is done by the incomparable Jack Davis. It's a little bit of a glare, I apologize. But yeah, these guys are getting crept up on by the Mau Mau. Well, that's it for my first installment of my EC collection, and I hope you enjoyed looking at my Two-Fisted Tales, and take care and happy reading.